So a big game for Reggie, and let's see how his players respond, Joel.
They have not won at home, John, since November 9th. They won their first 3 home games at ARCO's. It's tossed up and underway, going back on a missed time jump to Beno Udrih. But they've lost their last 8 straight on their home floor. Hard to believe as Spencer Hawes is going to be in the starting lineup tonight with Miller. Garcia, good look. And off of Andrew Bynum. So Andrew Bynum and Pau Gasol not communicating there, and it rolled right down the leg of Bynum off his foot.
You'd rather have 2 guys going after it and kick it out of bounds than both of them standing and let somebody else get it. So that's one of those plays where the coaches live with that one because they know it doesn't happen that often.
The Lakers coming off a very nice game on the boards. Udrih capitalizes on the second chance opportunity, though, and it's 2-0 Sacramento. Beno Udrih, former first-round pick of San Antonio. Gasol's face-up game. Man, that was obstructed by Garcia. As Bynum will give the Lakers another try. And knocked out of bounds by Garcia.
Well, the first thing you do is you protect the basketball. Radmanovich has the ball. Garcia is all over him. He actually takes one hand off the ball, holds it in one hand. Garcia just about came away with it.
He's a long guy, a long swing player at 6'7". Radmanovich on the curl, not available.
This is rare that they post up Rad because he normally shoots a fadeaway.
And doesn't get the rim. And that little post-up move. So the Kings, the first 2 points of the game. They made a run at the Lakers late on November 22nd. Got it down to 4 with 6+ to play. And then the Lakers spurted out as Garcia puts him up early by 4.
The one thing about Brad Miller, excellent passer. So when it goes to him at the high post or the low post, you're defending off the ball. You have to be aware.
Andrew Bynum, early foul on the pick off the ball. Garcia hit the deck, so the Lakers turn it over. And it's back to Sacramento early. Sacramento coming into the game tonight with a record of 5-16. 8 straight losses, like I mentioned. 2-8 on the road, 3-8 on their home floor. While the Lakers, best record in the West, 17-2. And the highest scoring team in the NBA at 108 points a game.
Again, once Brad Miller has, I don't think you need to help Andrew Bynum on him. That way you keep your defense very strong around the perimeter.
Salmons, good look at 3, out to Derek Fisher. So the shot clock was down. He had to go up inside of 5 left in the 24-second clock. Kobe working against Salmons, and right over him. First deuce of the game. Kobe's had some big ones, especially at ARCO in the matchups here. And a little bump and a foul. It'll come in on the side. Foul on Radmanovich.
Testing the foot speed of Radmanovich right away because actually Garcia is more suited in the backcourt than he is in the front court at a small forward. So if he's going to be guarded by Radmanovich, Rad has to make sure he gets those knees bent, moves those feet.
Busy night in the NBA, and we'll get to some of the other scores a little bit later. It'll be Garcia, and that is his game, popping out for 3. Good-looking stroke for Francisco Garcia in his 4th year out of Louisville. First-round pick of the Kings, 2005, 23rd overall. At a 5-point Sacramento lead. Fish coming off his best game offensively, percentage-wise. Right on line, but long after shooting 7 of 10 on Sunday in the win over Milwaukee. Garcia, good step, and gets the layup.
Well, not to start the Lakers wanted, obviously still plenty of time, but you just don't want a team that's struggling to start to feel good about themselves no matter what their record.
It'll be Gasol coming up short. Salmons clears it away. So Garcia's got their last 7. And on the reverse, Udrih cleaned up by Miller. They just beat the Lakers with the punch on the loose ball because it was there for the taking. 11-2 Sacramento as the Kings have started the game 5 of 8. Lakers slow 1 for 5. Kobe's got the 1 though.
Kobe's got the, I was going to say he's got the 2 now.
And on the deflection, it'll go out of bounds. So the Lakers keep it in the offensive end. 20 left on the shot clock with a very slow start on the road in Sacramento. Back here, not until the last 10 days of the season in April. So see him 3 times early.
Like to see Andrew get a touch on the box right now. That helps to collapse the defense and makes it easier for the perimeter players. A little mid-post action now for Andrew.
Man, Andrew going to the rack. Loose stuff. He'll get it back. So Hawes couldn't clean it up and take it out. after it was missed by Andrew, but he stayed with the play. Spencer Hawes. He's got the range. You can see he's a good face-up shooter and long range at that for a big guy.
Another offensive rebound.
And an easy putback for John Salmons.
That's the way you go to the basket under control. Derek Fisher was sitting there waiting for the offensive foul, but Salmons was in such good body control, hardly any contact.
9-2 run for the Kings. Udrih cutting off Fisher to the strong side. Radmanovich challenge. He got it anyway.
You have to be on him like a glove, because you can be right in his face. He doesn't even act like you're there.
Coming off a double-figure effort on Sunday night, I mentioned, really picked it up beyond the arc in recent games, up to 48%, so 5th best in the NBA, and he gets his first try tonight out there. Udrih didn't realize it was almost like a soccer player coming in the ball because it went right by him.
It wasn't. I don't think it was intended for Udrih. I think it was intended for Spencer Hawes, but Hawes thought Udrih was going to get it. Udrih thought Hawes was going to get it, and guess what? Nobody got it.
That's their first turnover of the contest. And thrown away. Salmons up against Kobe. And Kobe avoiding the contact with good reason. So points off a turnover. The Sacramento Kings, and they're up early, and that's 15 points already in the first 5 minutes. Second chance points have been there. There's the first two off a mistake. And now the length working for Gasol, backing down Miller, and he should. He's got to go up, though. Could have been 3 in the key and kept alive by the Laker big guys. Gasol going right back. Third time, will it work this time? He'll go to the line to shoot 2. So the activity, the energy there for Pau Gasol.
Well, they're just playing volleyball right now with the Kings. Both Pau and Andrew just tipping it, and finally getting it as Pau going to work with the left, missed, tip once, tip twice, gets it back. It just knocks players out of his way and finally earns himself 2 free throws.
And good to see Pau get the first 2, because the Lakers as a group, and Pau Gasol as well, struggling from the free throw line. They were in the top 10 early in the season. Now 17th in the league. So Gasol getting his first point of the game and make it 2. So all 5 starters on the board, with the exception, 4 of the 5 now. Derek Fisher yet to score. He's only taken 1 shot, though.
See, gamble there. That breaks your defense right off the top.
Well, Radmanovich came out and did gamble. So Garcia was available if they don't want to take it down to the block, and they did for the easy one. Brad Miller with a layup. He's got 4. Garcia was 7, and Garcia gets the block. Got to get back to Radmanovich. And Garcia doing it both ends. What a start for Francisco Garcia. 9 points on 4 of 5.
There's an example of what I talked about. You can be right on Radmanovich, and he acts like you're not there. He takes it this time. Guy puts his hands up.
Pau Gasol, beautiful pass, and Andrew Bynum held from behind. Should be a couple of free throws, or will they call them on the floor? It looked like he was on his way up.
Well, again, the steal, I don't want to call it a steal. Let's call it a block shot, because he just runs over, blocks the shot, and then keeps going the other direction. Gets an easy deuce. So Francisco off to a very nice start, as are the Kings. When you got 19 on the board, not halfway through the first.
Andrew Bynum charges. Easy read for Brad Miller. He hits the deck real quickly.
Brad actually pulled the chair first. You know, he was moving back as Andrew was coming in. That's where you have to catch and make moves left and right first, because Brad Miller is a clever player. You have to make sure you make him react to you and not you reacting.
See, there are very few guys anymore in the league that even try, as you say, take away the leverage, pull the chair.
Yeah, he's one of those. He'll do that on you on occasion.
So the Lakers, not a good start to say the least, down by 10. Brad Miller teeing it up, and right out to Derek Fisher on the short one. Fish, pull-up game over Salmons. And Gasol tried to get it, but Miller got back into the play to back tap it over to Salmons. So it's still a 10-point game. On the trail, Udrih, denied by Radmanovich. Lamar Odom just came in, tapped it away, and here come the Lakers. So Bynum sat down with 2 fouls. LO on the floor very early tonight, out of necessity. You said you wanted to see one of the big guys get a touch. Let's see if Gasol is Kobe on the run. Shares it. It's Derek Fisher. Great look. Derek's on the board. All 5 starters have scored now. The Lakers trail by only 7 despite a 4 for 14 beginning.
Well, slow start, but, not so much game left. All the Lakers have to do is get themselves going a little bit here. Still a little bit out of sync, especially on the offensive end, which is leading to some easy opportunities for the Kings. If they start to clean that up, their offense will be better, and Derek will knock down more of those.
Lakers basketball brought to you by Mercedes-Benz, located on the web at MBUSA.com. Welcome back to the state capitol. A chance now to enter the Toyota Text to Win contest. It's an opportunity to win 2 Laker tickets or an autographed team basketball, and it's all courtesy of your Southern California Toyota dealers. Just text the word Toyota to 525-377. That's 525-377. Toyota and the Lakers on the road to a championship. Not a bad start for one Louisville Cardinal, Francisco Garcia.
He's out of the gates, 4 out of 5 from the field, mid-range game, and then his specialty is really shooting a little bit longer as he knocks down his one and only try from behind the arc. But he's got a blocked shot that's led to an easy hoop, so 9 quick ones for Beno Udrih. For Francisco Garcia, as Beno Udrih has picked up 2 fouls but still stays in the ball game.
So Garcia averaging 7.5 a game. Ariza has just checked in for the Lakers, taking over for Vladimir Radmanovic. Garcia came in this season off career highs last year of 12 and 3. With the time, the minutes, they've not been there as much. He stays on the floor. Gets the start with the injury to Kevin Martin. Inside of 10 on the shot clock. Off the trap, it was deflected. He thought it was fouled. Lakers come out on the break. Ariza. And it's going to be a charge. See it coming again.
Trevor should have read that from the time he caught the ball, because Brad was staying home. He just stood under the basket basically and said, I'm going to wait for you to come to me. Straight line attack, ends up in an offensive foul. If he changes direction just a little bit prior to getting that close, it would have turned that into a block.
And so often we talk about the little guys with over-penetration. That time it was the swing guy who over-penetrated.
Yeah, a lot of, not only the smalls over-penetrate, but if you're, I'm not talking about over-penetration, but it's the how and you penetrate and get caught. Straight line usually will get you in a little bit of trouble.
4 early turnovers for the Lakers, coming off a season high 25 of the last game, so they've got to clean that up. Despite it all, though, trailing by only 7 to a team that has really struggled and has given away leads. I watched the New Jersey game here last week. They had sealed up so much they thought they already won it. It went to overtime. Udrih inside, manufacturing, as the Lakers didn't stop the ball or the play.
First rule is to make sure you stop the ball. A little bit of a screen, though, got him into the paint.
Gasol looking at Odom and keeping it himself. Good decision. There was a lot of congestion when he wanted to go over the top to Lamar. So 4.5 left in the first 12. Now can the Lakers start to get some stops. Nobody accounted for Hawes. It's thrown away but deflected out of bounds. And it's going to go to the Lakers. And will it be touched? Leroy Richardson's coming over to the side and saying it was touched by. It looked like the ball changed directions.
Well, that's why they have 3 officials. One official may not have the correct view of it. Another one will.
It stays in the offensive end. Still a lot of time. 16 on the shot clock for the Kings.
See, they run a lot of high. Most teams, though, the high screen and roll has become the staple.
On the run. Hawes right back at it after the miss by Johns are making Dante, who just checked in for them. Their rookie, Dante Green. It all started with Miller, though, and you talked about what a good passer he is as a big man.
And he is a good passer.
Yeah, it was just inside the high post where Brad Miller started it. Now, Kobe challenged and a good play by Salmons. He may have gotten a block on it. Fish, though, couldn't control it. And like everything else, it goes right back to the Kings. So it looked like a turnover. Dante Green. And one thing he can do is fill it up. 11, their biggest lead of the game now, 25-14.
Lakers still struggling on the offensive end. They just haven't been able to get into any kind of rhythm, and that's helped break down their defense.
63% shooting as Trevor Ariza blocked away by Spencer Hawes. Kobe knocked it off Udrih, and he stepped out of bounds on the sideline. A break for the Lakers that time as they'll get it back, and it looked like it was going to be an easy transition play for Sacramento.
Boy, that was right in front of the official. Beno is saying that he didn't go out of bounds as it started by the defense. And again, this time Spencer Hawes is there to reject the shot by Trevor. Starts them down the other way, but inadvertently they step out of bounds and give it back to the Lakers.
Pau Gasol on the handoff with Trevor Ariza. They move it, space it well. Fish and Kobe Shows, goes, and on the reverse, can't get the layup.
And you see how they're forcing the issue. They're getting out and running at every opportunity.
A long rebound over the head of Bobby Brown, who just came in out of Westchester High. And Cal State Fullerton. Lamar has yet to take a shot since coming into the game, so he's going up with it. An off-balance floater. The Lakers continue to struggle. 5 of 19. Trail by 11. And inside of 3 to play in the first quarter. Hawes, an afterthought. It looked like he wanted to pass it and then just decided I might as well take it if they're going to give it to me. Kobe inside the arc. Lakers needed it. Been a dry spell. Back to 9. So Kobe has 4 on 2 of 5.
You know, you would like to think with the score 25-16, it's the Laker defense that's completely broken down. But I think it's the combination. Their offense has been so out of sync. It led for some easy opportunities.
Hawes on the runner. He almost got the roll. Gasol clears it out.
Well, he should have banked that one all the way.
Kobe again, same spot, not the same result, but how about the chase? Pau Gasol. And it'll be a timeout for the Lakers. Second chance when we come back for the Lakers on that trip down the floor.
Well, 1:53 left in the first quarter. The Lakers find themselves down by 9, 25-16.
Here we go, opening up the Lakers locker for a chance to win a Nintendo Wii. Tonight's winning combination, 23, 44, and 10. Enter right now on KCAL9.com/Lakers. Brought to you in part by the Flame Broiler.
16-6 right now. Points in the paint. So too many easy ones inside early. The Sacramento Kings are on top of the Lakers with inside of 2 to play, leading by 9. It was just about a year ago as we look at Trevor Ariza. The Lakers took everything, upsetting Brian Cook. And Mo Evans of the Orlando Magic for a guy that had a great deal of potential, but up until that point was averaging 3 points and 2 boards a game. Well, it has all exploded for him with the minutes and the opportunity now afforded. Former Westchester High guy that led the Comets to a couple of state titles, 1 year at UCLA where he averaged double figures for the Bruins, and then a second-round pick of the New York Knickerbockers before going to Orlando. See Francis going the other way in a multiplayer swap. So he has definitely taken advantage of it. What a difference maker his energy, his work at the defensive end has turned out. Trevor Ariza, what an addition.
Second unit in the game now. Let's see what they do about running their offense a little bit more efficiently.
Pau Gasol kicking it out with Jordan Farmar. And shot clock down to about 8. Ariza going up with it. And it'll be Jason Thompson. What he does best, protecting the basketball, and he walked with it. So he changed pivot when he had the ball and stabilized things down low. But then it appeared he changed his pivot foot in the play.
Yeah, he did. Good pressure from Lamar. There's a step. There's the left foot coming off the floor before the dribble. So traveling violation gives the Lakers yet another opportunity. But they haven't been able to convert.
Now Gasol inside against Hawes, setting up Sasha. Good look. And maybe forcing it, rushing it, and that's what Phil Jackson has said about Sasha. Just don't rush it. Bobby Brown got inside. There's more. And that's what I brought up. 18-6 now, points in the paint. Way too easy inside. 27-16.
One of the guys that I was talking about, career high against the Lakers in their first meeting. Good perimeter game and attacking the rim. Got to keep them under control.
Inside of a minute to play. They didn't double down now in the face-up game. Pau Gasol over Spencer Hawes. A little step-back action for the big guy.
I would
Gasol with a half dozen.
I would run the ball through the post players 80% of the time tonight, just because the way they're collapsing. And when they don't collapse, you've got easy opportunities.
Jason Thompson got there. Lamar Odom underneath him. And now in the break, Trevor Ariza leaks out, and they find him. Ahead of Dante Green, just like that, back to 7.
Nice heads-up play by Sasha. Good. Nice touch on the ball just over the defensive back.
You're in football mode.
Can't help it.
The Huskers are going to a bowl game. You still can't believe it. Hawes off the mark. Now the Lakers settle it down across the line and play for the final shot. Lamar sets it up for Gasol. So much for the final shot. How about a three-point play? 10.2 left in the quarter. Just how they drew it up.
Well, they had the opportunity with open floor, so Lamar attacked the paint, drew the second defender, and then you know Lamar's going to give it up. And Pau with the left hand, three-point opportunity. You know, I talked about that basket that Trevor scored. Sasha heads up, sees him, throws it up the head, easy basket, and the Lakers have an opportunity, but Pau misses the free throw, so they may go down at the quarter by at least 5, possibly more.
Can they get the stop? Gasol heads into the pick and a shove. They had a foul to give and a shove by Jordan Farmar, and Bobby Brown with 2.2 to play.
And that was the right time to give it. I mean, Bobby Brown had turned the corner with the intent of doing some real damage, and Jordan, with the smart play, just pushed him.
Yeah, hit a clear path to the basket. Or he could have dropped it off in the corner. Now Hawes challenged, gets it off in time, and an air ball. So the defensive pressure paid off for Pau Gasol.
Well, let's see what the defensive pressure can do in the second 12 minutes. Hopefully it'll ignite the Lakers' offense because they struggled in that department. Get set.
Now Francisco Garcia, the catalyst for the Sacramento Kings, 4th year out of Louisville. He starts with 9, Udrih over on the bench. The backcourt now is Bobby Jackson and Bobby Brown, and Bobby Jackson didn't even play in their last game.
I'm surprised that Francisco went out so early because he had a nice game going for him, 4 out of 5.
Going to be a foul on a hold. So it'll be Bobby Jackson trying to track.
And that's what happens when you don't stand and watch. That was a nice hard cut by Sasha that time, and Bobby Jackson ends up grabbing him and picks up the foul.
On the handoff, Ariza from Bynum. Yeah, he makes a difference, doesn't he? 27-24. Lakers on the run that started over the final 90 seconds, make it 99 seconds. Right before the final 12 minutes, or the final minutes of the first 12. Picked up by Sasha, off the miss by Bobby Brown. Farmar popping up. It continues. He gets a triple, and the Lakers tie it up on the 11th straight at 27.
Well, that's the way you like to see your bench come in. Well, they've come in with some energy, and obviously knocking down shots always pushes your energy to another level.
Good help defense. Now it's going to be Jason Thompson on the block on the step back and altered. Good job defensively. Farmar helping out Lamar Odom. Lakers in transition. Farmar thought about it on the reach. It's Bobby Brown on the foul, pushing him off balance. A little bit of a trip. That's 2 early team fouls on the Sacramento Kings, and the momentum certainly belongs to the Lakers now. Lakers off to their best start since the 85-86 season. That team started 19-2, 17-2 for the Lakers coming in tonight. And they're looking for their first lead of the game.
Well, Jordan says, I'll give it to you.
Farmar does exactly that. 30-27. 14 straight for the Lakers. They've hit their last 6 shots.
That's why you have 12 players. Everybody go out there and produce.
What a difference after on Sunday. Bobby Brown, is that a crossover, a one-handed crossover, not a bounce, Francisco Garcia?
Yeah, that was a discontinued dribble in my book, because if you're going to do a crossover, you better make sure you don't put your hand completely under the ball and hold it off the floor that long.
So the Lakers get it back on the turnover, up by 3. What a very dramatic turnaround in this game. Oh, we've seen it. This group blitzes teams. That's what they did over the first few games of the year. They started 1 for 13, though, on Sunday. That's why I talked about what a difference. What a spin. Andrew Bynum slamming it home on that play. Emphatically with the Lakers up by 5.
That was just a poor defensive stance by Mikey Moore. He gambled at the low post. That's the one spot you never gamble.
On the pick and roll, both Lakers went to Bobby Jackson. Jason Thompson gets an easy one. 32-29, their first 2 of the second quarter, and first 2 over the final, or the last 3+ minutes.
And to go back to Mikey Moore, one of the reasons why he gambled, I believe, is he just realized he doesn't have enough in the back pocket to handle Andrew on the box.
You like that scoop and a little English from Lamar on the reverse?
That's Lamar being Lamar. I'm surprised he didn't get that blocked up, because he pulled that one from his hip.
So the Lakers have hit their last 8. It'll be Udrih. Good luck. And on the nice box out. Andrew Bynum accounting for a couple of Kings he took out down there. Sasha coming away. So just about 3 minutes into the second quarter. Andrew Bynum up against Mikey Moore. Wanted to go up and throws it away. Bobby Jackson 2-on-2, but on the crossover, he's held up by Sasha on his way up, and a couple of free throws for Bobby Jackson.
That time in the post, Andrew picked up his dribble. Didn't read before he put it on the floor. Then when he picked it up, had no outlet, turned it over, and then transition again. After the turnovers, they've been pushing the issue. Bobby Jackson to shoot a pair of free throws.
Well, Bobby Jackson, one of their free agents at the end of the year. And they've got a lot of decisions to make with this squad as they build around Jason Thompson. And also Kevin Martin, who's not in the lineup, and he didn't play in the first game against the Lakers, don't forget. But Bobby Jackson, Mikey Moore, who's got an option year on his contract. So Bobby Jackson brings him back within 3, the veteran out of Minnesota on his second tour of duty. And an efficient guy. Now Lamar, early offense, and he walked with the basketball. A little bit too anxious on that play.
Yeah, that's where almost when you catch that coming across, if you don't have a clear path to continue with the layup, you almost have to come to a jump stop so that you can make sure you get your body under control. 8:58 to go, and the second unit has the Lakers right where they want to be, on top.
Lakers basketball brought to you by Subway. Don't settle for ordinary fast food. Stop at Subway. Eat fresh. And by Toyota. Moving forward.
We're going to open up the Lakers locker for a chance to win a Nintendo Wii. Tonight's winning combination, 23, 44, and 10. Enter right now on KCAL9.com/Lakers. Brought to you in part by the Discount Tire Centers.
34-31, the Lakers by 3, and Andrew Bynum been on the floor about just under 9 minutes. He's garnered 3 rebounds and 4 points. 2 of those 4 points with a little bit of emphasis as he worked on Mikey Moore and just hammered one.
Trevor Ariza almost got it away. He thought Garcia with a loose ball foul after he got some space. And Garcia on the run. And was it touched up top? No. Francisco Garcia draws the 3rd foul on Andrew Bynum. Unfortunately, he is down. Appears to be okay, though.
That's just one of those where you land on the side on your hip as he gets up. I think, as you mentioned, he's okay. Andrew, though, not okay with 3 fouls. He's going to have to go to the sideline until the 3rd quarter. And there's 8:42 left in this one. I mean, that's one of those brush fouls. They protect the shooters. When you leave your feet, they're going to protect you. So if you just get a little bit of contact when a player's left his feet, it's probably going to be a whistle.
So to the first matchup against the Lakers, it was Bobby Brown who stole the show. The Westchester High guard had 21 points, a career best. So far tonight, it has been Francisco Garcia. He has 12 of the first 34. So better than a third of the points of the Sacramento Kings as they tie it now at 34. Lamar Odom against a good-looking rookie, and Thompson setting up Pau Gasol. Real long. Ariza had it slapped away by Bobby Jackson. And now it's going to be a loose ball foul on Trevor Ariza. So it goes back to Sacramento. The Lakers facing a team they should be able to score against. Sacramento coming into the game, they haven't stopped a lot of people. They've given them 106 points a game. That is 3rd from the bottom of the NBA, and they're 2nd to last in field goal percentage defense. Udrih trying to get space and does against Jordan Farmar on the reach.
Now there's a prime example of not being real fast, but just change direction. He never let Jordan really set in one area. Every time Jordan got in a defensive position, he changed the direction and ends up getting to the free throw line. That's just very good change of direction.
And the Lakers already out of fouls. That is the 4th team foul. So the rest of the half, Sacramento is going to the line.
The Lakers opened up that 5-point lead, had all the momentum, but since that time they've gone dry. They haven't scored a point. They were up 34-29, and now it's a 36-34 game favor the Kings.
He joined us late. Kings led by as many as 11. 8 minutes into the game. Over the top, they're fronting Gasol. Pau leaves it off. Lamar Odom. Yeah, that was tough off balance with Bobby Jackson kind of nudging him.
And that's just a very good look by Pau. Good hands by Lamar. Got to have soft hands to retrieve that one and put it up and in.
So Lamar Odom, his 2nd bucket of the game. 10 on the shot clock. Udrih on the run out. And Bobby Jackson had time to tee it up. Fortunately for the Lakers, it's batted around as Ariza kept it away from Mikey Moore. on the run. Farmar gets the layup out of it and doesn't get rimmed. He tried to avoid the contact, and now Ariza thought he'd go through and underneath to take it away from Mikey Moore.
Yeah, but when you do that, you open up the court. They got a fast break opportunity that they blew. They had an opportunity to get an easy hoop and blew it.
Thompson couldn't hold on to the basketball. Real fortunate situation for the Lakers because there was going to be a layup or a dunk. It'll be Kobe coming back into the game for the Lakers, taking over for Sasha.
And you can see the matchup that Reggie Theus wants. Every time Kobe comes in, John Salmons comes back in. So they feel that he's the only guy that can have the chance of guarding Kobe.
Garcia. And Thompson behind Lamar. Too strong on the glass as it's going to be a reach and a foul on Salmons. Lamar thought he was shoved by Thompson. Anyway, Jason Thompson, by the way, who tried to put that one back up and in. He's coming off a 15 rebound game. He's one of the best rebounding rookies in the NBA, and 10 of the 15 were at the offensive end. And that is a King franchise record.
He had a 15 rebound game against the Lakers in the first meeting.
Now Pau Gasol against the smaller one, Mikey Moore. Backing him down, thought he'd go with the jump hook. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Lamar up and off. Trevor Ariza on the pass. Lost it on the way up. They got to go, though. Shot clock doesn't reset and take it away. Pau Gasol thought he was cracked across the arm. Udrih on the break. 4-on-3. Interesting break, wasn't it? Mikey Moore, look at that foul. And it's blocked away, but it goes right to Thompson. He gets it around Gasol. So Sacramento back on top by a couple of 38-36. And it was textbook that break, wasn't it?
Well, delay of game as Mikey Moore thought he got fouled. So after Thompson scored, he grabbed the ball out of the net, preventing the Lakers from inbounding it. And that's, of course, delay of game.
Kobe's back out there over Salmons. And Garcia keeps it away but can't save it. Trevor Ariza's pressure and just slight pressure from behind created that. The little things that don't always show up in the box score.
I'll tell you what's better show up in the box score. The Lakers executing their offense a little bit better. Ever since the game started, I've mentioned that they just haven't really been in sync offensively.
Now the baseline. Kobe looking that way. Slips it in. Pau Gasol on the slam. Kobe on the beautiful assist.
That was pretty. There's the bounce pass used to perfection.
It's even at 38. Lakers 43% compared to 44.5%. And Gasol with the dunk into double figures. Close to a double-double. Good help defense. They shaded. Pull-up game, and it's going to be short. You can see it out of his hands. Garcia lost it and then throws it off. Lamar was trying to get out of the way.
Tried to get out of the way, but had his back turned to Francisco Garcia, and Garcia throws it off his backside. That last basket by the Lakers, right between two defenders, the bounce pass, and Powell says, "Thank you, Kobe. This is easy."
It's all even at 38 as we're halfway through the second 12 minutes of play. And welcome back to Sacramento. Our Carl's Jr. text question. Most underrated player in your estimation of the Pacific Division? Choices: Barbosa, Kaman, and Martin. I don't make them up, especially with the choices. 86212 on your cell. That is the number to text. 86212 on your cell. Carl's Jr. text question. You think the Lakers mean just a little bit? And that's not just in Sacramento. That's all over the NBA. And that's in ticket revenue. The Sacramento Kings are second from last in attendance in the league this year. 12,000 a game. They're sold out today. You don't see any empty seats in this building. 12,000 a game. John Ireland, what's the latest?
Guys, you mentioned the foul trouble that Andrew Bynum was in and that he was finished for this first half. That's going to bring us a Chris Mim sighting here in the second quarter. Mim, who of course was a starter for the Lakers as recently as 2 years ago, has been relegated to the end of the bench. But this foul problem for Andrew Bynum is going to provide an opportunity for Chris. They're going to put him in there, match him up against Brad Miller, see what he can do.
Finally feels healthy, John. And that's the key for Chris Mim.
And that's why you always have to keep yourself in good shape, ready to play. You never know when that phone's going to ring.
Brad Miller on the screen and roll.
Screen and pop.
Yep. Miller stayed back, and he got the easy one. He's a good face-up jump shooter. We've seen that for a number of years for the 32-year-old. Gasol getting it right back from Kobe. Good ball movement. Radmanovic
got issues as he travels
with the basketball.
very indecisive play that time by Rad. Didn't know whether to take the shot or try to take him off the dribble, and in the process shuffled his feet and turned it over. Giving it back to the Kings, who own a 2-point advantage.
Well, they're already a +9 in points off turnovers, 11-2. Opportunity for more here. 8th giveaway by the Lakers. They're down by 2, 40-38. Still very uneven at the offensive end for the Lakers. Garcia gets to the hole. Can't negotiate the layup, though.
Well, he really didn't elevate to get that one high on the glass.
Radmanovich going strong. Rolls it. And won't get the three-point opportunity.
Well,
a couple of free throws.
That's why you have to use the backboard. If you're not going to dunk it, go ahead and try to use the glass. Because when you're below the level of the rim and you try to just finger roll it up and in, you hit that rim at all, you get what Radmanovich got right there. No hoop.
Well, they're going to gamble and leave Udrih on the floor with his third.
Well, when he went out, that's when they went down in that start of the second quarter when the Lakers made their big push. But he's coming out this time in favor of Bobby Jackson probably, and not Bobby Brown.
So Bobby Jackson, who didn't get off the bench in their last one. Not Bobby Brown. Mikey Moore started the season in the first 5. The last couple of games, he's barely played. So the rotations have been interesting in Sacramento as they try to find a winning formula. It's even at 40. Radmanovich gets the 2 free throws. 5+ to play in the half. On the move, Miller with Garcia. And the reversal, difficult one on his way down. Francisco Garcia.
Again, and that happened when Radmanovich again gambled on the play, and Francisco went baseline and gets the ball.
14 points for Garcia. Lead all scorers. Radmanovich the 3. Yes! Lakers by 1. And Vlad's been hot for beyond the arc. It continues. He's got 8 points.
Well, and if you're guarding him, you can't be the help man. You tell Coach Hayes, send somebody else. I got to stay at home.
He's got to stay beyond the arc, though. He's 2 for 2 on his threes. He's missed the other 2.
Yeah, one of which was a semi-post-up move that he shot a fall away on.
Miller handing it off with Garcia. Shot clock coming down. Bobby Jackson, nobody there to get him. Nobody at all. 45-43 Sacramento. Derek Fisher high off the glass, and he had to over Spencer Hawes. Going to his right, the lefty. The little guy got it up. Tied at 45. You were talking about the early offense. Easy for Salmons.
That's what they want to do. They realize that their best opportunities is in open court, early offense, and even after makes, they're pushing the tempo.
They're up to 48% shooting as Kobe is shoved. It'll be on Brad Miller.
That's going to be a penalty situation for the Lakers, so Kobe will make his first venture to the charity stripe with the Lakers down by a pair.
First foul on Brad Miller. So Udrih is already on the bench with 3. And Dante Green is going to be checking back in, the rookie they picked up in the Artest deal from the Houston Rockets. And Kobe at the free throw line for the very first time tonight. So Kobe's got 5 points. Quiet beginning for Kobe. 5th leading scorer in the game. And that's in the league at 25 points in a contest. He really hasn't looked for his shot all that much tonight. He's coming off 20 in the last one. And a couple of free throws. So it's even at 47 as Francisco Garcia takes a seat on the bench. Dante Green checking in, joining Salmons, Hawes, Miller, and Bobby Jackson, who gives up the basketball.
Well, we got 3 minutes and some change left in the half. Let's see who goes into the locker room with a little bit of momentum. Will it be the Lakers?
Lakers gambling at the defensive end. Bobby Jackson challenged. It popped out to Lamar Odom. On the break, Fish. Radmanovich spacing one side, Fish up the other side. Spinning away, Gasol after it. And on the loose ball, Radmanovich right to Gasol. Easy look, and Pau puts the Lakers up by 2. So Gasol and Radmanovich, and Gasol went after it, and Radmanovich kept it alive. It's 12 points for Pau Gasol. Driving kick, Dante Green. And out of bounds to the Lakers.
At that time, they ran a double high screen, one on each side, so that gave the ball handler, Bobby Jackson, his choice of which way to go. And I'll tell you which way the Lakers, Radmanovich went. Pass to Pau, and Pau straight to the hoop.
Lakers shooting 67%. in the second quarter, yet they're only up by 2. So it requires something to the defensive end now, and hopefully that'll continue with some high-scoring teams coming in, like the Phoenix Suns tomorrow night at Staples Center, then Sacramento again on Friday. So 2 in 4 days with the Sacramento Kings. Is it just what the doctor ordered? And then Kevin Love, can't wait to see the young man out of UCLA, because he's put up a lot of double-doubles lately. And the Kevin McHale Minnesota Timberwolves. So Glenn Taylor, the owner, said, you know, Kevin, you like these guys so much, I want you to coach them.
I'll tell you something. The Lakers' Pau Gasol is starting to get on track a little bit here. The only Laker in double figures. He has 12 points on 50% shooting, 6 boards, 4 of his 6 rebounds are of the offensive rebound variety. So making it happen, finding himself in the right place at the right time. And that's the mark of not a lucky player, but a player that understands the game.
Well, he's been the constant for the Lakers since the very beginning of the season. And Phil Jackson alluded to that once again. The high level of play every night from Pau Gasol. Just a smart player. Kobe matched up with Salmons off the screen on the opposite side. It barely drew rim for Vladimir Radmanovic. So the Lakers up by a couple out of the timeout. Now can they get them the stops they need over the final 2.5 of the half. And Radmanovic, it was there for the take.
Oh, that was a stiff arm.
Yeah, he couldn't handle it. Green, you're talking about the stiff arm. Big guy. Jackson, that'll kill you. Looks like you're going in for a dunk, and all of a sudden you're back down by 150-49. And Phil Jackson saw the stiff arm too.
Yeah, he definitely pushed off.
Now Kobe over Salmons. Off the front of the rim, picked up by Dante Green. Kobe close to the pick.
Yeah, but they got numbers again.
Right. And kicked away by Fish, and a good job by Derek Fisher. Otherwise, it's going to be a dunk on the baseline.
Now, 1:51 to play in the first half. Kings have recaptured the lead on that three-point shot by Bobby Jackson as the shot clock was expiring. That's when you want to close out on players, make them put it on the floor. There were only 4 seconds. Make him dribble it a couple of times, and all of a sudden you get a violation.
Yeah, veteran Bobby Jackson. He's got 8 points in 9 minutes. And that time, Dante Green, the rookie out of Syracuse, 6'10", 225-pound shooter. They've got some length with their young men like Hawes, Green, and Jason Thompson. They need to draft a lead guard. Lamar Odom, hesitation, trumps it in, and boy, I thought he was going with the jump hook, didn't you? So did Radmanovic.
Technical foul probably coming on Lamar. No, because they don't like you throwing headbands, wristbands. Lamar was frustrated with himself and took off his headband and threw it the length of the floor.
The Lakers at about 15 turnovers a game, have 9 already tonight. They're to 5 for the Sacramento Kings. Minute 15 left of the first 24 minutes. Run off Miller. Lamar, good jump out. Jackson with a crossover there, and another layup. Points in the paint. Going Sacramento's way. They lead by 5, 54-49. And right now, Bobby Jackson's picked up while Garcia started it. Fish with Lamar, squeezing it to Gasol for the dunk.
There's an example of dribble penetration, though. Derek does a great job of dribbling into the paint, but not picking up his dribble. Collapsed the defense, but kept his dribble alive, and that ends up in an easy hoop by Pau.
Jim Hill, James Worthy, Jack in the Box halftime report coming up. 45 seconds left of the first half. Now the shot clock on Hawes, and Hawes right after it and following his own.
And blowing
an easy one, and then Lamar just can't handle it. What's going on down there?
This is just one of those nights for the Lakers here in the first half. But they're within striking distance, and that's all you want to be. You just don't want to be down by 15 or 20. And they're right in the game. It's a 3-point game. They have to play a cleaner game in the second half.
Yeah, it's very early. They trailed by 11. They went up by 5. The shot clock and the game clock about 7, almost 8 seconds apart. Veteran Bobby Jackson making a difference in the first half tonight after he DNB CD didn't even play the last game, and Radmanovic sends Hawes to the free throw line. So forcing him to his weak side. He came in on the big guy.
Not what you wanted to do to end the quarter. If they were going to score, make them score from the field. The two free throws coming here, especially a guy that, not adept at putting it on the floor against a smaller player, and Radmanovich a little bit quicker of foot than Hawes.
And Hawes struggling. 1 of 8 from the field. Don't help him and let him get there. But he got a couple of free throws, so it's back to 5. 9-2 run for Sacramento. So we talked about closing out the last 2.5 minutes of the half. It's belonged to the Kings so far. Do the Lakers get closer as Kobe holds it up on top against Salmons. The length of John Salmons. Kobe challenged the 3. Not close. So the Lakers go to the locker room down by 5. Kobe just 2 for 9 in the first half in 17 minutes.
It'll get better in the second half. You know why I know that? It can't stay the same.
Lakers trailing the Kings 56-51 as we head back to our studio in L.A. Jack in the box.
So they're looking here in the second half to keep the points down.
Okay, John, they're averaging. Sacramento is getting on average 97 a game. Yeah, as you mentioned, 56, way too many. So the Lakers will have the basketball to start the second half, trailing by 5. It'll be Gasol, Kobe, Andrew Bynum, and Vladimir Radmanovich. And Kobe had it popped away. Kobe looked back at Ron Garrettson, goes up with it, and now is 2 for 10. He was upset from the outset on that one.
Well, the official thought that the Salmons hit nothing but ball, and Kobe thought he hit nothing but arm.
Backdoor, Udrih got away, picked up by Hawes. Now Garcia on the run, and right under the rim, an opportunity for his own. Kobe will come up with it, though. Well, let's see if they can't get Andrew Bynum involved as well. And Andrew, I bring that up. Only 9 minutes on the floor, 2 for 3. Is Kobe a little upset? Or Garcia with the foul. Not Salmons coming in that time. But I bring up Andrew Bynum because 6 out of the last 9, Andrew double-double. And 14 and 14 on Sunday night for Andrew Bynum.
Something has to get this Laker team jump-started here, whether it's great defensive play or making something happen on the offensive end. And so far, their offense continues to struggle.
Kobe is 2 for 11 with a half dozen. That is it. Only time of the shot clock. Hawes was available for a while. They got there late, though. And now in the post-up game, the jump hook. Spencer Hawes, second year out of Washington at 7'1", 245. So it's at 7, 58-51. Not for long, though, thanks to Pau Gasol with the left hand.
Well, that is a beautiful touch, going with his offhand. That was pretty.
Gasol's got 16, keeping the Lakers close.
Again, the Lakers have to run their offense primarily through their bigs.
And a couple of free throws. Gasol doing the right thing, making sure Salmons did not get the shot away.
The last basket for Powell was a thing of beauty. Take away the middle, look at that jump hook with the left hand. Just a beautiful touch. Very ambidextrous in the paint.
So he is the saving grace right now for the Lakers. Pau Gasol coming into the game averaging 17 and 9. Yeah, he's got 16 and 7 already. And he's back to a 6-point lead. Salmon shooting 2. He had 24 in the loss, and they lost by 32 in their last one at home against Denver. But right now up by 7 of the Lakers, 60-53. 8 points for Salmons. They were paced by Garcia's 14 in the first half. Kobe coming off a couple of screens. Tied up, hung up, stays with the play, and backdapped it. But he goes right to Udrih. On the break with Hawes. And Hawes will clean it up.
Well, fast break opportunities. They're making it all happen, whether it's in the half court or transition. Lakers negligent getting back. Didn't get the offense or the defensive board on the miss.
Repost. Andrew Bynum. Got to go up. He will. And it'll be Pau Gasol trying to clean it up, but it's popped out to Udrih. So a slow start, just like the beginning of the game, but the second half for the Lakers. Garcia, nobody has him. Well, he couldn't ask for a better look. A guy who usually hits the long-range shot. That's what he came into the league as, a three-point shooter. Kobe trying to leave Salmons.
But there's a lot of congestion. They are really packing it in the middle.
Fish popping up. 3, yes, and he's fouled. Give him the three-pointer. Fish trying to make it a 4-point play, and do the Lakers ever need it?
They need a few of those 4-point plays. As rare as they may be, they need something that will jumpstart them. They're actually, if you watch their body language as the ball swings around to Derek and he's fouled by Beno, their body language, you can tell how they're just not feeling good about themselves. They need something to get them going.
It's not going to get any easier tonight or tomorrow night, especially against the Phoenix Suns. So they got to pick it up. Only down by 5, 62-57. 3 minutes gone by in the third.
I think the focus thing is the issue that they're going to deal with a lot, too. They focus better against teams that give them a real challenge record-wise. When they play teams with bad records, they just don't play as well.
Radmanovich out of nowhere, blocking Brad Miller on the trail. Kobe off the glass. Lakers down by 3. 62-59.
Well, Rad with a defensive sparkling play.
So Miller got Bynum out of position. That's a force, a run, and a foul as Garcia drew the contact from Radmanovich. And a smart play by Francisco Garcia.
Something you don't see Vlade do a lot of is be the weak side shot blocker, but he was there to help Andrew that time, and that led to an easy hoop for Kobe off the window and brings the Lakers to within 3. But now free throws coming to Garcia to see if he can push it back to 5.
It's the third on Radmanovich. So along with Bynum, those two, the only with 3 for the Lakers. Ariza and Farmar both had 2 in the first half. So Francisco Garcia going to the free throw line, missing the first of 2. Put Sac up by 4. The Kings 63, the Lakers 59. The team of the Lakers. Who would have believed the Lakers? Well, 8 of the last 10 overall, but 4 straight. Backdoor Kobe, and a foul on Hawes. Well, Fish and Kobe with that great communication.
Yeah, and it's pretty much like a set type of a play with Kobe and Fish, but the weak side guys have to recognize it too, and maybe flash up to the high post, take Spencer Hawes up out of the low post so he can't even make that particular play.
Well, Kobe goes to the free throw line for the second time tonight. We head over to John Ireland. John?
Guys, to let you know how rare that 4-point play of Derek Fisher's was a minute ago, it's only the 25th 4-point play in Lakers history, and Fisher has 5 of the 25. So he's the 4-point man. The last guy to do it was Sasha at the end of the regular season last year, but it doesn't happen often. It happened again for Fish tonight, his 5th.
All right, John. Lakers back within 2 as Kobe gets a couple more at the free throw line. He's into double figures with 10. With Kobe and Pau among the starting 5 in double digits.
Again, once the ball goes to Miller, you must stay attached to your people so that they can't get the little bounce pass for the easy layup.
Shot clock down on Salmons. Man, too good a shot that late. Man, to get into the paint. 65-61. Salmons has 10 on 4 of 6 from the field. Good entry. That deep to Bynum. And Andrew. Boy, it was almost like it was too close. Could have thrown it down. He was that close to the rim. Garcia and an offensive foul. They say Fish beat him to the spot. Well, he did a good job of moving his feet.
He didn't really beat him to a spot as much as Garcia's left arm came away from his body again. You've got to keep that arm attached. See how that left elbow comes away? That just opens the door for the official to blow that offensive foul.
Fish was already on the deck. 4-point ball game. Derek off the Radmanovich pick. Setting up Vlade. Show, go, and double dribble. Another turnover for the Lakers. They're 11th. Indecisiveness.
He's had a couple of those where he's been indecisive as to what to do with the ball. So he says, 2 dribbles? Aren't you allowed to dribble it, pick it up, dribble it again? I don't think so, Rad.
Still a 4-point lead for the Kings. Kobe losing Salmons. And Hawes, he walked with the basketball. It'll go the other way, and it was the outside official who made the call, Ron Garrettson.
I'm surprised John Salmons didn't just take the shot. He ventured into the painted area, did all that work to get there, facing dividends.
Setting up a screen for Derek Fisher. And it'll be Pau Gasol losing it almost on the way up, but right over Spencer Hawes. So Pau Gasol with 18 and 9. Udrih got away from Fish. Nice pass and a give and go with Spencer Hawes.
That's the disadvantage of playing so close to an offensive player. If you're bodied up, if he passes it, he's primarily going to beat you. His first step is going to beat you where he wants to go.
Kobe gets it to Gasol. What a setup. Andrew Bynum with a dunk. Pau Gasol with a pass. Does a little bit of everything for the Lakers, doesn't he?
That high-low there when Andrew is on the box and Pau has it at the top. Been very successful for the Lakers this year.
It'll be a hold on Derek Fisher before Udrih even accepted the pass.
I mean, Pau has been reading this particular play almost to perfection. He sees that second guy and he says, out of position, you're going to pay a price. And it's a 2-point price here.
So 15 on the shot clock, 6:23 to play in the third with the Lakers down by 2, trailed by 5 at the break. Salmons easy to the run. Bam on the reverse. Kobe funneled him there. Nobody on that side of the strong side.
Brad Miller is always out at the top, so that takes Andrew out of that play to some degree. Plus, Andrew doesn't want to pick up that fourth.
Now Kobe, contact from Miller. As he impeded the progress of Kobe. Comes with 6:06 second on Miller. And the Kings out of fouls. Lakers have a foul to give still, so the rest of the way the Lakers after that whistle will be shooting. With 6+ to play here in the third. See if they can capitalize. They're 9 of 10 to the line, 10 of 11 for the Kings. Right back to Gasol. Pau Gasol throwing it over Miller. Posterizing Brad Miller on the play.
Brad Miller isn't a shot blocker. He's more of a position defender, so that was a good play by Pau. Go ahead and be aggressive attacking the rim.
Gasol with 20 and 9. Hawes wants to get it inside. Help. It'll be Miller. And Brad Miller puts him back up by 4, so it's almost like a jab from a puncher at arm's length. That's where they're keeping the Lakers. Lakers right there, though only down by 4 with 5.5 to play. 5 for their last 6. Gasol behind Bynum on the pass. Second turnover of the second half.
That was a play there where I think Pau has to look to shoot the ball on the catch. But the last one that he had, he looked to shoot it. As Brad Miller said, woo, I don't know if I can do this very often and survive.
Lakers basketball brought to you by McDonald's. I'm loving it. Back in the state capitol, Kings up by 4 on the Lakers, 71-67. And they'll have the basketball when they put it back into play. Well, our CarMax text question, Barbosa, Chris Kaman, Kevin Martin. Most underrated player, your opinion, in the Pacific. Text that message. 86212 on your cell. 86212 on your cell phone for your chance to win. Well, what a beginning for Pau Gasol tonight. As Gasol leading the Lakers. That last dunk put him up to 20 points. 9 of 15 shooting.
What's that tell you?
Go inside, please. And Andrew Bynum, too.
Well, let them be your facilitators. It'll make things a lot easier for the perimeter players. They're doubling Kobe every time he touches the ball. So, you know, make them pay for sending the extra people.
Coming back onto the floor for the Lakers, it'll be the first unit. Second unit did a good job when they came on the floor. In fact, they got the Lakers that lead on the run that started with the first unit at the end of the first quarter, at the outset of the second. And the second unit rather was 6 of 12.
Well, let's see what they set up coming out of the timeout.
High screen and roll. It'll be Salmons. Kobe staying in front of him, forcing him into that shot. Man, I don't want it. You take it. Somebody better grab it.
In one of those games. If there'd have been a king in the neighborhood there, they could have just picked it up.
Now Derek Fisher right back with Pau Gasol. 10 left on the shot clock. Fish, space, can't burn him. Out to Salmons. Not a lot of touches that time of the half-court set. Salmons off balance, but again, he got to the rim, and Andrew Bynum makes it one and done. So they're doing a better job of the boards right now, the Lakers, with Andrew Bynum staying on the floor. Kobe, isolation this time. And finds Drew on his way down, and Drew goes to the line, looking for the three-point play. Cracked on the arm, an easy call.
There's another example. Kobe with 2.5 players draped all over him. Gets the ball to Andrew. They've been sending that extra guy, and Andrew powers it up. Takes Brad Miller, who didn't even leave the floor. He tried to prevent the shot, but Andrew too strong for that as he just follows through, gets the roll, and one.
How about the catch? Way behind him.
Good hands, but Andrew has soft hands. You want a guy, especially all players you want with soft hands, but especially your bigs. It's tough when your big has ping pong paddles for hands.
Andrew Bynum is short. You can see it out of his hand right away. He knew it wasn't going down. 71-69. Ariza coming in with Lamar Odom. Pau Gasol getting a break. 4+ to play in the third, and it's still a 2-point game. Salmons setting it up easy for Hawes, and the foul on Lamar Odom. But again, breakdowns to the point where they're getting it real close to the rim.
Again, though, a lot of that has to do with the way the Lakers trap a lot, double up off of screens and things. If you're patient and don't get too excited off of that double team, somebody's going to be open, and they're finding the open people.
So the former Washington Husky gets the first of two. 3-point lead for Sacramento. Your friends at Discount Tire Center is giving away 2 Laker tickets to 1 winner at every location. Locate the Purple Prize Center, your nearest participating location to enter. The promotion is going to end. Boy, second chance off a missed free throw, and Salmons, how about a dunk? Insult to injury. It all ends January 31st. Discount Tire Centers, a proud sponsor of the Lakers. So it's back to 5. Can't give up second chances off free throws.
Can't give up second chances, period. And right now, the Lakers are just, again, flat-footed on the defensive rebounds.
Kobe working against Salmons. Had it knocked away, but it went right to Ariza. Shot clock gunning down. Trevor's up. And on the rebound, 2 Kings there as Hawes took it away from Miller. Foul. 4th foul as Brad Miller hits the deck, and Trevor Ariza says, man, come on. You gonna flop like that? So Trevor's got the foul, and is that? Yep, the 15th foul on the Lakers. That's right. Hawes drew the 14th foul. It was a shooting foul anyway, so now they shoot. The Kings, the final 3:27. Lakers were shooting with 5+ to play in the third. Sacramento with an opportunity. And they were up by 5 at the half to extend it once again at the stripe. So the guy wasn't even drafted. And he finished up 14th in the league on the boards last year. Brad Miller in his 11th year out of Purdue. Always just filled up the box for them.
3.5 to go here in the third. Lakers need again to pick that momentum back to have it going into the fourth. In the first half, when they tried to end the second quarter, they made a little spurt, but then it was the Kings that ended the final minute and a half with momentum.
Kobe asking for it. Tough night for him, 3 of 14. Over Salmons. Make it 4 of 15. Brings the Lakers back within 5, 76-71. As Kobe's up to 12. Gasol, the pace setter for the Lakers, though. He's on the bench with 20. And this is where it's got to start at this end of the floor. And Miller going to the hole. And it looked like it was knocked away by Lamar Odom, and it was. It wasn't. And he didn't hold on to it, Miller. He lost it momentarily. Otherwise, it would have been jump ball. So a break for the Kings. Now Lamar on the spin against Miller, and a couple of free throws. Garcia was coming over to help him out, and Garcia should be getting the foul. They'll give it to Brad Miller instead.
Well, still 2:42 to go here in the third. Free throws coming to Lamar, and they need everything that they can get.
Here we go, opening up the Lakers locker for a chance to win a Nintendo Wii. Tonight's winning combination, 23, 44, and 10. Enter right now on KCAL9.com/Lakers. Brought to you in part by the Flame Broiler.
Welcome back to Sacramento. I'm John Ireland. Kings leading the Lakers 78-71. I'm with the best women's basketball player in the world, Candace Parker. All right, now full disclosure here. Candace was married last month to Sheldon Williams, who plays for the Kings. But you're the best basketball player in Los Angeles, and you share a building with the Lakers. So who are you rooting for?
That's a tough question, but I got to go with family. I'm definitely here supporting the Kings, and
you're the face of basketball in Los Angeles.
They're doing great. They're doing great, but it's a tough call. You got to go with family.
Well, if you didn't win the Rookie of the Year and the MVP, I would be all over you. But you were so good, we'll give you a break. Now, how's married life treating you?
It's doing well. It's an adjustment being out in Sacramento, being away from LA. But it's fun. It's exciting, and I'm enjoying it.
You did just say to me, I wish I was in LA. I hear the weather's a lot nicer there. So part of your heart is still in Los Angeles.
My heart will always be in Los Angeles. You know, I really made a home there. My house is there, and you know, obviously I developed a lot of friends and family there, and you know, I wish I was there. It's a lot warmer there right now here.
What's it been like for you since you won the MVP, you won the Rookie of the Year? So you're doing commercials for ESPN. Your anonymity, I'm guessing, is starting to go away a little bit. Are people starting to recognize you more?
Well, it's nice to be in LA because, you know, you have people like Kobe Bryant and, you know, actors and actresses that kind of take the shine away, and people don't recognize me as much. But when you see a 6'4", you know, girl walking down the street, I'm sure that you know, assume that she plays basketball.
Well, your Kings are doing great. They just hit another 3. Thanks for the visit. And root a little for the Lakers, would you?
Cheer a little bit for them.
That's Candace Parker, guys. Back to you.
All right, Jordan Farmar and Trevor Ariza out there with Kobe. Kobe answers after Dante Green hit a 3 late in the shot clock. Early in the clock, Kobe gets it right back for the Lakers with his 5.
You can see what double teams do for the opposition. If they don't turn it over, they're going to find an open look. And both teams double teamed in successive possessions, and both teams get 3-pointers out of it.
And more free throws coming up for the Kings. They're getting to the line over the last 3+ minutes. Jordan Farmar.
John Salmons at the line.
Called for the foul. We're discussing it right in front of us. So Salmons at the stripe. Sacramento by 6. What a game between San Antonio and Dallas. Dallas had hammered San Antonio earlier this year in San Antonio, but San Antonio now 7 of their last 9 victories. They've got their 3 back. Duncan's been there, but Parker and Ginobili healthy once again. They're a different team. Lakers down by only 6. Inside of 2, Kobe tries to cut it in half. Does it!
He's starting
warming up, and better arc on that shot. 82-79. Kobe's got 18.
You see the bounce in his step is getting better, and the team normally follows his bounce.
On the long one, that's what Thompson does. On the spin, Hawes blocked away by Gasol, picked up by Odom, going the other way. Loose ball foul. Free throws for the Lakers.
Well, I tell you, Pau, a tower of strength on the inside that time. As Spencer Hawes tried to do a little drop step, turns back, comes back up under, and there's Pau with the block. Lamar with the rebound and the foul. So 2 free throws to Lamar. See if he can make it a 1-point game.
Thompson got the foul. Hawes will sit down, though, and Mikey Moore checks in for the first time of the second half. So Lamar back at the strike. So let's see how they close it out. They closed out at the end of the first quarter very efficiently with the second unit. The start of the second, Lamar
not even
short
close
out
on
of his hand.
That one wasn't even close. Make the adjustment, Lamar.
He's got the 6 boards already in 19 minutes of work. And Phil Jackson said he wants him to lead the second unit. He wants him to slow things down for the second unit and be their director on the floor, because the second unit and the head coach was talking about it. Maybe a little bit too quick for their own good at times. Tempo's great, and to pick up the tempo, but run your offense when you go into the half court. Foul off the ball.
Another one on Jordan Farmar.
Yeah. Bobby Jackson, the veteran, creating contact off the ball, hitting the deck. So that's going to be the 4th on Farmar. Already 4 on a couple of Kings, Brad Miller and Beno Udrih. First Laker with 4, though, is Farmar.
You know, one of the luxuries that Phil Jackson has that he really hasn't utilized yet is the defensive backcourt that he could put with Kobe and Trevor. You know, if he wanted to go big at times, that's a combination that he could use. You know, given the reminiscence of you know, the way he used to have the big backcourts in Chicago with Michael and Harper and Michael and Scotty at times.
And he talked about Ron Harper tonight before the game. Somebody asked him about taking time off for some of the veterans, at least minute-wise. And now Kobe off the pick. Good ball movement. Ariza going up long range. Very short. So the Lakers down by 4 after the Jackson free throws. Got it within 2. Salmons bangs it home for the 3. Back to 7 just like that. So every time the Lakers got it within 2 here in the third. Another little spurt. Kobe on the step back. Opposite side, Ariza kept it alive, but out to Jackson. So the close, a pretty good one right now for the Sacramento Kings. And Jackson's thinking 2 for 1.
Lakers got to within 2, and all of a sudden now they can go up by as many as 9 or so at the break.
Get it into Thompson. And blocked away by Lamar Odom. And now the Lakers should get it across and play for the final shot as Kobe looks up.
Lamar, secondary defender, making the play that time.
What kind of look is it going to be for the Lakers? Don't go too early. Farmar got him on the run out and can't burn him. But maybe another try, no. On the deflection all the way. You can't ask for a better look. Lakers trail by 5 at the half. They lose the quarter by 2.
Well, they've got to come up with some big plays. We talked about the fourth quarter being their nemesis. This time it better be in their favor, or else they're going to go away from here with their 3rd loss. Teammates, as he's run his point total to 18, but the Lakers have to get their defense in order. This is a team that was talking about how much more improved they were. They're allowing 49% shooting at this point. They've got to clamp down on the Kings.
Farmar almost popped it away for the Lakers. Dante Green. And taken away by Trevor Ariza's length on the break. Farmar up against Bobby Brown. And a foul on Brown. A couple of free throws right away. So a stop early. And I bring that up, Stu, because Sacramento averages 97 a game. They have 87 already and scored 31 in the 3rd.
Well, I tell you, Trevor, those quick hands of his, reaching in and knocking out of Green's hands, and that starts the Lakers the other way. So Jordan gets his first opportunity at the charity stripe.
And also at the top of the telecast, one of your points on Stu's views, as we'll get ready to review it in a little bit, giving up 30 or more in 4 consecutive games in the 4th. They've got to get stingy here defensively.
Well, what's happened so far in this game, the production from the Kings has gotten better each quarter. Lakers gave up 27 in the 1st, 29 in the 2nd, and 31 in the 3rd. Now, this is from a team that is going to hang their hat on their defense. Well, they better get it in gear.
Are they gambling too much defensively?
Yes.
That's simple, the way it boils down, because they're in scramble mode a lot, aren't they? Now, Jordan Farmar held up by Mikey Moore, but they're going to call the contact for the foul initiated by Farmar. And Farmar just out of sorts tonight in the sense that he's letting it get under his skin. He's played well, but he's got 5 fouls. You got to stay on the floor, Jordan. You're too valuable. 8 points in just 12 minutes. So don't let the veterans, and it was Bobby Jackson, don't forget, in the 3rd.
But again, if you realize what they're calling, you have to stay away from that particular play or procedure as much as you possibly can.
Funnel him back. Bobby Brown with Thompson.
Travel.
Now Garcia deep into the clock, all the way to the rim. All the way inside of 5 of the shot clock, and he got a layup out of it. 89-82, back to 7. Farmar runs into Moore, sets up Ariza, and it'll be Jason Thompson's strength keeping it away from Sasha. They look for early offense. Garcia tries to get it to him. And on the long rebound, it'll be a loose ball foul on Thompson. And Ariza also put an arm out on that one.
Well, that's because
they were ready. Yeah, they were ready.
And the officials made the correct call. The first foul was on Jason Thompson. Obviously, the second foul would have been on Trevor pushing, but he was freeing his arm up and getting rid of the defender. So, good call by the official, and let's see if the Lakers can convert.
Over the top, Pau Gasol. Underneath, he's got to be in a hurry. And 3-second violation. That's why I said in a hurry. Get a little chippy now as Garcia was locked up with Gasol. So the Lakers down by 7. This team has not won at home since a month ago. The date, November 9th. Today, December 9th. 8 consecutive losses on their home floor. And the Lakers have taken the last 4 trips up here to the state capitol. But right now, everything working for Sacramento. It'll be Bobby Brown. Gets the triple. They're close to their largest lead of the game. Kings by 10, 92-82. A lot of time.
A lot of time, but the Lakers haven't shown that spurt that they need. And they're going to need a consistent spurt.
Farmar challenged. Yeah, way too long over Bobby Brown. Bobby Jackson.
See how they scramble again? They had a double over here on Bobby Jackson, but the Kings didn't take advantage. Now they're back to manning up. So let's see what they do on the high screen and roll.
Lamar coming out and forcing Bobby Brown to give it up. Bobby Jackson, though, with another 3. right in front of us. Biggest lead of the game comes at the wrong time for the Lakers, and it's late. Inside of 10 to play. 95-82, Farmar to the hole. Stays out. And a loose ball foul on Gasol. So nothing working for the Lakers right now. Momentum belongs to the Kings.
The Lakers just have to keep their composure. There's a lot of game left. They're only down by 13. They know they can score, or at least we think they can score, although they're having some difficulties at this juncture, but they just have to get their defense in order.
Brown over to Mikey Moore. Up to 15. 9.5 left. So they've got to pick it up at the defensive end. They're not getting any stops right now. That's 10 points already in the quarter. Trevor Ariza long out to Thompson. And Ariza took it away. Leads the 3-on-1. Lamar Odom. As Mikey Moore tried to pick up a charge.
And I thought he did. I thought he did.
On the pass from Ariza, he hit the deck. That breaks 10 unanswered by Sacramento. Bobby Brown. He put a ball and cup it on the side a little bit. 6 on the shot clock for Garcia. Harassed by Ariza. Bobby Jackson, long three. And like everything else, Kings get to the loose stuff. Garcia called the timeout. So Sacramento goes to the break with a huge advantage.
Well, they're holding the Lakers to 84 points. I say holding, that's a good production. They're up by 13, 97-84, and Bobby Jackson, one of those seasoned veterans that knows how to score when he needs to.
Plan will risk everything. Or a brand new Versa for under $10,000. When you need it most, Nissan delivers.
Sacramento with a 13-point lead. Only 8:40 to play. So we welcome you back to the state capitol. Carlos Carter Jr. Text question tonight. The most underrated player in your estimation of the Pacific Division: Barbosa, Kamen, or Martin. Text on your cell 86212. That's an opportunity to win. Just text 86212 on your cell. And Stu, I just brought up to you the fact that the Lakers have gone over the last 4, giving up 30 or more in each of the last. Text 86212. Carlos Carter Jr. Text question tonight. The most underrated player in your estimation of the Pacific Division: Barbosa, Kamen, or Martin. Text on your cell 86212. That's an opportunity to win. Just text 86212 on your cell. And Stu, I just brought up to you the fact that the Lakers have gone over the last 4, giving up 30 or more in each of the last 4 in the final 12 minutes of regulation. And it was a scramble, and it was an ugly finish. Even though an easy one over the Milwaukee Bucks, they gave them 38 on Sunday. And right now it's 10 already allowed over the first 3 minutes and 20 seconds of the fourth to Sacramento.
Yeah, I mean, this is a trend that has become very puzzling to the staff, I'm sure. They need to find out what's the cause so that they can find out what's the remedy.
Bobby Jackson's going to bring it in. They've got close to a fresh shot clock and a second chance opportunity out of the break as John Salmons is going to be back into the game now that Kobe's back for the Lakers. And Bobby Brown. Will it be Bobby Brown or not? Or Bobby Jackson? Bobby Jackson coming out. Bobby Brown will stay out there with Thompson, Garcia, and Mikey Moore. Udrih stays over on the bench like Brad Miller. Those two have 4 fouls apiece. Derek Fisher has come back for the Lakers along with Andrew Bynum.
Well, the Lakers have 4 of their starters on the floor. The only non-starter is Trevor Ariza for Radmanovich.
The Lakers had a big spurt at the end of the first, start of the second. In fact, a 16-0 run. Now they need stops and a run similar to that. Almost taken away, but it comes out to a wide-open Bobby Brown. And on the rebound, tipped out Trevor Ariza. Got it over to Fish. Don't have the numbers. Let's see if they can get it inside. And work it to Gasol. It goes right by Mikey Moore, and a couple of free throws coming up. Good first step by Gasol to the baseline on the attempt. And he will shoot 2.
Good reaction that time by Pau. Catch and spin real quick. Normally he'll catch, hold on to it, and read. And that keeps the defender off balance. He doesn't know whether he's going to catch and spin or catch and hold. You end up trying to just establish a real strong base as a defender, and before you know it, he's made a spin move and he's gotten past you.
Pau's led the Lakers 20 points on 15 shots. Not many free throws. He is now 3 of 4 at the stripe. Brings the Lakers back to within a dozen, so a ton of time. And especially if they can get Gasol and Bynum involved.
Well, they've got to get their defense involved, is what they have to do now, because trailing, they can get their offense going, but if they can't stop anybody, they can't afford to trade hoops.
Outshot 49% so far, with 42%. Udrih shut off on his strong side, forced back and splits it. It frees up Garcia. And then up the shooter. It's a long deuce for Francisco Garcia. 99-86. So you got to stay on the shooter.
That's what happens also, though, when you allow that big gap on the high screen and roll, so that the offensive guy can split the two defenders.
The double on Gasol. Perimeter is open. Kobe off the lip of the rim. It's kept alive and picked up by Udrih. So the Kings, 7.5 to play by 13. Garcia again. Falling down, Francisco Garcia. Killing the Lakers late. He did it early. He does it late. He's got 21 to pay Sacramento. Kobe. And carried the basketball.
Traveled.
Yep. He picked it up. Took an extra step. He thought about the corner pass. He had Ariza there. So the Lakers turn it over for a 14th time.
And that last basket, Garcia shot it and fell down, trying to draw a foul, but there was nobody there to commit the foul. Then he stares at the Lakers bench. The Kings dominating play at this point.
And match their largest lead of the game. So time running out on the Lakers now trailing by 15. Brad Miller back into the game like Udrih with 4. And Mikey Moore puts him up 17.
Again, open, when you try to double all the time, you're going to have open people. And if they're hitting shots that night, you're in trouble.
Yeah, the Lakers in deep trouble now. 51% shooting through Sacramento. One of the worst teams in the league offensively. Kobe, long three. It'll be Pau Gasol, cracked away by Garcia. So Garcia gets the foul. His third. And the team's fourth. So Sacramento out of fouls. Well, there's an advantage for the Lakers if they can take and capitalize and get to the stripe, stopping the clock.
They're not going to be able to capitalize unless they go into the paint.
Andrew Bynum sits down. Lamar Odom back. So Drew sits down with 8 and 4 in just 18 minutes, but had to sit down for extended stretches in the first half with foul problems. Kobe had it knocked out of bounds as he tried to get it through the Pau Gasol. 6:27 to play. And the Lakers running out of time when you're this deep. And deep it is at 17. 10 or 12 is one thing. 17, another story. Kobe, a lot of contact with Salmons. Leaves him. Finds Fish in the corner. Challenge three. Glances over to Odom and Lamar. Right back at it. 103-88. Now, can they shut down things at the opposite end?
There's an example of the Lakers. They doubled up Kobe. The Lakers had a man advantage on the board, so you get an offensive rebound.
Udrih setting up Garcia. Across. Knocked out of bounds by Miller. So the Lakers will get the basketball when we return.
Well, that's as open as Garcia has been, and he missed that one. He's made some more difficult ones tonight. The Lakers, well, they're down by 15.
What would we pay?
You buy Toyota
Today.
Lakers basketball brought to you by Toyota. Get your MPG at your Southern California Toyota dealer today. And by Sprint. Find out how much your family can save this holiday season with Sprint Family Plans. Join the Now Network.
We're going to open up the Lakers locker for a chance to win a Nintendo Wii. Tonight's winning combination, 23, 44, and 10. Enter right now on KCAL9.com/Lakers. Brought to you in part by the Discount Tire Centers.
Well, Lakers trail by 15 with 5:53 to play. And for the Kings offensively, it's been Francisco Garcia. He's leading the way with 21 on 9 out of 16 from the field. The other guy that's hurt the Lakers is John Salmons. He has 18 points on 7 out of 11 from the field. The Kings as a team are shooting 51%, while the Lakers are struggling at 42.
And you've got Garcia, whose season high in scoring is 11 points at 21. Kobe. Salmons out of the picture and goes to the line looking for the three-point play. So a little rub. And Salmons at the free throw line.
Well, they're going to need a lot of this because the clock is not on their side. Sure, there's still a lot of time left, but they haven't shown any kind of real energy defensively that's going to get them going as a team.
So the opportunity for the three-point play. And Kobe comes through with it. He's got 21, 22 for Gasol, and Pau's got the double-double. For the Lakers, shooting only 38+% in the second half. 42% of the game. On the screen and roll. Udrih, second pick team from Miller. Garcia on the challenge. And across it goes, and a second chance. Brad Miller just tapped it away. Kobe thought he had it. Udrih going to the glass. And
Lamar got a piece of that one.
Well, he at least altered it. And now the Lakers only down by a dozen. Kobe, will he take a pick? Nobody coming over to that side. On the roll on the baseline and out of bounds, they say. So bad time for a turnover. It'll be Spencer Hawes coming back into the game for Sacramento.
If somebody's going to have to leave, it'll be Mikey Moore.
Turnovers the 15th of the game for the Lakers. They're minus 12 in points off turnovers already. 20-8. Garcia has Hawes inside. Inside, outside. John Salmons. He had 24 in the first matchup of the Lakers. He's up to 21 this evening. Kobe can't get it right back. But off Gasol's hands. Picked up by Kobe. Hesitation move. Back out to Ariza. And throws it away.
That's a tough play.
Gasol, was looking for the rebound.
Yep, tough play. Plus he threw it over the left shoulder, not the right shoulder.
4:31 left. So after 25 turnovers last game, 16 tonight for the Lakers, compared to 9 for Sacramento. It still belongs to the Kings. Offensive end, 14 of the shot clock.
As many turnovers as they have tonight, I mean, obviously that's bad. But in my mind, the main culprit tonight, again, is the defense.
Foul. Derek Fisher getting his money's worth, going for the pick, a little smack with Brad Miller. No big deal between those two. Couple of old pros.
Well, again, it's the steady diet of high screen and rolls from one side to the other, whether it's Brad Miller or Spencer Hawes.
And now Udrih beats it easily. And if Sacramento is doing this, what is Steve Nash going to do tomorrow night? 4 minutes to play. It'll be Ariza for 3. Tough night for Trevor offensively. And the loose ball foul coming up. It'll go the other way, and it's on Kobe.
But see, the Lakers are playing really desperate now offensively. They're taking the first look that they get. And again, I talk about high screen and roll with Beno. Look at the gap for the high screen and roll. I mean, there was a 6-foot gap there for him to go through and get into the paint.
The Lakers down. Let's talk about mistakes. 25 points they've given up off turnovers. Miller almost coming down with the basketball. Shot clock down, but Udrih's up. And Gasol going to the line. Foul on Brad Miller. It'll be his 5th. But you know what you're going to get from Brad Miller every game, and he did it again. 12 points, 5 boards, 5 assists.
Well, if the Reggie Theus was on the hot seat regarding this game and what happened in this game, this might have bought him a little bit more time because they've come out, they've outplayed the Lakers, up by 17. As Pau goes to the line looking to cut into that lead, but you look at that time on the clock, 3.5. Not a lot of time for the Lakers to do anything.
So you telling me you got a phone call from the governor?
Got a reprieve.
3.5 to play as Gasol misses the first of 2. 41%, 91 points on a team that has basically been a sieve defensively, giving up 106 a game, and they're dead last in three-point field goal defense, second from the bottom in field goal percentage defense overall. But the Lakers had real issues at that end of the floor. So they average 97 a game, and Udrih puts them up to 110. Lakers down by 18.
They are just picking the Lakers apart offensively.
Lamar short but challenged. And Sacramento is starting to celebrate inside of 3 to play. It's been a serious dry spell for them, so you can understand. 8 straight losses at home. And a real embarrassing one here on Saturday night, 118-85 at the Denver Nuggets. Well, they've been leaving the shooters as Garcia helps the Lakers with a miss. And I only bring that up because you think Raja Bell and Barbosa sit in the corner a little? Kobe held up by Garcia, who sends him to the line. Kobe will shoot 2 when we come back.
Well, 2:37 to go. And again, Beno Udrih at the high screen and roll. Well, he is dissecting the Lakers, getting everything that he wants, including uncontested layups.
Order in the box where we don't make it till you order, and by Volvo, who believes that life is better lived together. Volvo for life.
2:37 to go in the ball game, and yes, it's the right score. It's not reverse. It's the Kings 110, the Lakers 92, as the Laker defense again coming up short. First 7 games, you see what they did. Only allowing 87 points, 40% shooting. That's the main key right there, the 40% shooting for the opposition. But the last 12. They got knocked out.
So defensive issues getting ready for the Phoenix Suns tomorrow night. Sacramento on Friday back at Staples Center. In fact, 3 consecutive games on their home floor to close out the week. Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. As Kobe gets the first of 2. But 110 points allowed until 2:37 to play. So they've given up 23 so far here in the fourth on 56% shooting. 10 of 19 for the Sacramento Kings. So they couldn't get the stops down the stretch.
And to compound that, they haven't been able to score themselves. They've only got 14 on the board here in the fourth quarter.
Throw it over the top of the trap. And then bring it out to kill some clock. And Udrih draws the foul. It'll be called on Fish. So more and more it looks like it's going to be another team for the 5th consecutive game to score 30 or more in the 4th on the Lakers. The Lakers will fall to 17-3. Second road loss of the season. Only 7-2 away from Staples Center.
At this level, I just think it's very difficult to trap and double team for 48 minutes.
Once in a blue moon,
players
just surprise.
Figure it out and know how to approach it. Yeah, I think you have to have a solid core defense, of course, where you can, go man. Let's go man up. Let's just make sure you got yours, I got mine, and see what we can do. Then if we run into problem, then we can go to the trapping situation.
Josh Powell has just checked into the game for the Lakers. 16 points is the deficit, and Gasol will shoot 2 with 2:21 to play. Called the foul on Salmons. Miller was the trail. It would have been his 6th. And Pau Gasol kept the Lakers close. Remember, they were down by only 5 at the half, 56-51. It was because of the phenomenal start for Gasol, as he now is 24 and 11. But overall, 41% shooting, and then giving up 50% at the opposite end. Lakers also outboarded so far in this game. You can tell the frustration as we look over to a couple of the starters. So the 14-point lead for the Kings. Hawes with Garcia. And with so much time on the shot clock, smart play by a guy in his 4th year. Only where the Lakers can get back in it, because if they were to go early, the Sacramento Kings, it's poked out of bounds by Jordan Farmar with 4 left on the shot clock.
Exactly 2 minutes left. You know, the Lakers, again, this is going to be one of those games that they look at later on in the year.
Ariza and Farmar. Farmar for 3. Kobe sending Brad Miller to the free throw line.
Lakers, number 24, Kobe Bryant.
So they'll walk to the opposite end. The Sacramento Kings picking up only their 6th win of the year. And stopping a string of, well, I talked about 8 straight on their home floor and 8 straight overall, but they've also lost 4 consecutive at home to the Lakers. And in the old days, that would have been unheard of, because it was their holy grail every time the Lakers came into town. And they did fill up the building tonight. A team that is second from the bottom in attendance in the league, and only 12,000 a game. Last year it dropped off as well. They were at only a little over 14,000 a game. But tonight, a rare sighting. Upper decks, end zone, all filled up, and a ton of Laker fans here. Every time we come to Sacramento.
Well, the Laker fans didn't provide the energy that the Laker players needed, because they came out of the locker room flat. They never could get into any kind of real bounce that you have to have.
Kobe going to the cup.
And he felt like he got grabbed on the left arm.
Well, he was bounced around a lot through the course of the evening. He got to the free throw line, but it was late. That was 7 of 7.
One of the few times that they didn't send a second guy at him. They feel that with a 111-98 advantage, they don't have to send that second guy. And you know what? At this point, I think they're right.
Your personal jeweler, Ben Bridge.
Lakers trying to make a little push here, but they look at the clock, 1 minute and 38. That makes it very difficult. As Kobe found a rare opportunity to go one-on-one and ends up with a basket of a semi-dunk variety, as he felt like he got hit on the arm as he went up.
And the head. They'll break the track.
Lakers trying to make a little push here, but they look at the clock, 1 minute and 38. That makes it very difficult. As Kobe found a rare opportunity to go one-on-one and ends up with a basket of a semi-dunk variety, as he felt like he got hit on the arm as he went up.
And the head. They'll break the trap easily. Bring it back out. So a 14-point lead for the Kings, even in the loss to the Lakers back at Staples Center. November 22nd. They shot 52% of the Lakers and scored 108 points. Shot clock down. Salmons didn't get rimmed, so it'll go back to the Lakers with a minute 15 to play. Well, the Lakers have to go to work at the defensive end of the floor. This is just an off-night shooting. They can score with anybody. They lead the league in scoring at 108 a game, but it's stopping the opposition.
They had trouble scoring tonight when they needed it.
Those nights have been rare, though, for the Lakers, as it's picked up in the short one by Udrih.
On a night when both your offense and your defense let you down, you know you have problems.
Farmar trying to take it away from behind. It'll be Hawes. So they get a dunk after the high double. And Hawes underneath by himself. Kobe, real long triple.
That's about as long as you'll see.
Kobe's up to 28, but he needed 24 shots tonight. So now they can celebrate. It's official. And has been for the last couple of minutes for the Sacramento Kings. Stopping a long dry spell at home. Udrih. Pau just stayed with the play. He gets another block. Gasol, it's fitting that he did. It's his 3rd block of the game, because he has been the one guy that showed up from the very beginning for the Lakers tonight. Radmanovich. And that was Garcia coming out on him. So they get it across the line. And the Lakers will get ready for the Phoenix Suns back at home tomorrow night.
Well, again, Rad has players running at him so much. He's got to learn to let them fly by, take a couple of dribbles, get that mid-range game working.
It's over in our state capital. And the Lakers lose for only the third time this year. Tough one tomorrow night. Going into the matchup with the Phoenix Suns.
Well, hopefully they'll be more focused for the Phoenix Suns than they were for the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah, Francisco Garcia, a season high for him, 21. Salmons now, 21 and 24 in the 2 games against the Lakers. So he got to go in early as well. And the Kings balance. They had all 5 of their starters in double figures compared to the Lakers with only 2 there. That's Kobe and Pau Gasol. So it'll be all of a sudden a bounce back. Second game of the back-to-back set tomorrow night at home for the Lakers. See if they respond. For Stu Lance, John Ireland, I'm Joel Myers. Thanks for joining us. So long, everybody. Sacramento.
Launching a great new product served in a bowl.
Operative leak investigation says there's nothing funny about the Blagojevich